Picture yourself on a Friday evening after a long week at work. And rather than going straight home and settling into the weekend plans, you decide to stop at a little bar and treat yourself to a cocktail. You sit at the rail and have a little light banter with the bartender, and this banter turns into a surprisingly deep conversation. You casually mention that you waited tables to get through college. So did they. And they mention that they actually have a bachelor's degree in communications. The conversation inevitably turns to, well, why are you still bartending? Or how long did you work in the industry? This is the natural progression here, right? And for a lot of people, they do stay in the industry even after getting higher education. According to studies in the Washington Post, more than half of college graduates stay in some kind of service level job up to 5 years after getting their degree. And a lot of people ask why. If you went through all the effort to go to school, why are you still in the service industry? And for obvious reasons, there's the economy, the job market, etc. But for most of us, we love it. It's the lifestyle that we've become accustomed to. And part of that lifestyle is living on cash tips, having a flexible schedule, which is why it's so appealing to students, and just being part of kind of our own little subculture. It's a small town, and it's even smaller when you're in a specific industry. Everybody knows everybody, and it gives you a sense of community, much like going to college does, or settling into the right job. There's also a lot of jobs that aren't hiring off of just your degree. You need a certain amount of work experience, and finding that perfect balance is always a little bit tricky. But all that being said, there's a ton of reasons why people also choose to leave the industry or treat it as a means to an end while they're re-educating. For a lot of people, they want to leave the industry for a little bit of stability, whether that's financial, because as much fun as it is to have cash on hand at all times, it's so much easier to spend. Nobody has a credit score like somebody with a set salary. But there's also the sleep schedule. Just being able to be home on a holiday once in a while, I'm sure would be nice. And anybody who is a former server will tell you the same thing. They enjoy their holidays. They enjoy their consistency. They also enjoy their healthcare. Bartending is not known for having lucrative benefits packages. And I can tell you, after 15 years in this industry, my joints are taking the toll. Being on our feet for 10 plus hours for years on typically concrete floors does its damage. All I want to be when I grow up is insured. So there's a lot of reasons to leave the industry as well. But whatever the reason someone chooses to enter or exit the restaurant industry, they will all tell you that it is an invaluable experience. And especially here in Spokane, it is a contribution to our small town, big city culture. In the early 2000s, we were on an episode of Jeopardy for having the most restaurants per capita. That's not true anymore, but being one of the top 10 new foodie spots in the country is still pretty cool. So tonight I would like to raise my glass to all of those who have been a part of the Spokane restaurant industry, past, present, or future. Whether you were paying for school or you're doing it because you love it, I hope that you found something that you love and that it's been good to you. For legal reasons, this is ginger ale. And here's to me, getting to hang up my apron sooner than later.